Welcome to ISIN TV. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Our constitution is a Sharia constitution, and that is why we have problems today, including the insurgency in the name of Sharia.
Keep listening, please.
The 1999 constitution is a Sharia constitution because I mentioned in one interview there are up to 73 mentions of Sharia in that constitution, about 28 mentions of Islam in that constitution, about 10 mentions of Muslim in that constitution. There is no mention of Christian or Christianity in that constitution. That means these Christians don't exist in this country. That is the truth. We cannot shy away from it. And the National Assembly members know this. But the problem with this country is that we have cowards in position of power who, even when they know the truth, are unable to speak out. I say, gentlemen, this doesn't suit the so-called secularity of the Constitution. But Sharia, whether we like it or not, that's what will continue to happen unless it is cast. Negotiation will not work.
Mo kí wa káàbọ̀ sórí ìkànnì ISIN TV ní gbogbo ibikíbi tẹ́ ti ń wo ètò yìí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́. Ẹ ṣé o tẹ́ ń tẹ́tí sí wa ní gbogbo ìgbà. The Sultan of Sokoto ó ti sọ nǹkan kan, kí ló sọ? Ó ní any attempt to remove Sharia from Nigerian constitution means Nigeria is ready for breakup. I repeat, any attempt to remove Sharia from Nigerian constitution means that Nigeria as a whole, we are ready to break up because they are inseparable. You can't separate Nigerian constitution from Sharia. Nigerian constitution. Tàbí òtán, kẹ́ gbọ́ báyìí. Wípé 1999 constitution tí wọ́n gbé lé wa lọ́wọ́, wọ́n fi ṣe jàmbá ni. Wọ́n gbé lé wa lọ́wọ́ tán, wọ́n wá sọ wípé àwọn nǹkan kan tí wọ́n ti kó sínú ẹ̀, wọ́n wá lọ fi palọ́ọ̀kì dé pé ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ tú wò, ara wọn ni Sharia, tẹ̀kíà àbí kí ló ń pè é, ara wọn náà ni. Ẹ gbọ́dọ̀ tú wò, òfin ni ó ti dòfin. Kẹgbọ́n nǹkan tí Sultan sọ. Sultan of Sokoto affirmed Sharia and blasphemy laws in Nigeria. Sharias and blasphemy laws in Nigeria. Said Abubakar Tosh stated that the law prescribes punishment for anyone who insults the Prophet Muhammad will not be repealed. He emphasized that disrespect towards the messenger of Allah will not be tolerated, and no government or threats can stop Muslims from implementing Sharia in Nigeria. Any attempt to remove Sharia is leading to Nigeria division, leading to Nigerian breakup. Ṣé ti rí ìjàmbá tó ṣe fún wa nísìnyí? Ṣé rí àwọn ewu tí Abdulsalam àti gbogbo àwọn tó gbé constitution tó gbé léré wọn tó sọ pé we, I don't know who are the we o, they say we people of Nigeria. Who are the we people of Nigeria? Ẹ jẹ́ sáré tẹ̀ sí kẹgbọ́n kẹ́ wo ìjàmbá àti ewu kan ti ṣe fún wa ní Nàìjíríà tó ń fún wọn ní ìgboyà tí wọ́n fi sọ pé dandan lá àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ practice Sharia ní Nàìjíríà. Ẹ jẹ́ sáré tẹ̀ sí ẹ máa gbọ́. If you want to understand a constitution, don't read the preamble, count the word. 1999 constitution mentioned Sharia 73 times. Ṣé ń gbọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn o? 1999 constitution mentioned Sharia 73 times. Grand Cardi 54 times. Ṣé ń gbọ́ o? Islam 28 times. Muslim 10 times. Ṣé ń gbọ́ o? It does not mention Christ, Christianity, or church on a single time. Not once. In a country that is at least half Christian, because I have to go and do my research. based on what Sultan of Sokoto said. Now, I discover all this. These are the reason why they are threatening the Americans, if I may use that word. When they are threatening, they are also threatening Nigerian government that any attempt to remove Sharia means that Nigeria is ready for breakup. You can see, this is their backbone. This is their faith. This is what they believe in. They force us to practice this constitution that is including Sharias and everything. That is why they said Nigeria is an Islamic state. You remember when President Tinubu went to Turkey? That president said that they are glad to work with one of the Islamic states, Islamic countries. They are happy to work with us, the most populous black nation, because they know that Nigeria is an Islamic state. With all these BB churches, with all this everything we have, they recognize us as Islamic state. And that is why they are carrying out the activities by fire, by force. That is why they are going about and saying they don't want church. Look at the way they are doing it in Kaduna. Look at the way they frustrate the life of people in Kaduna because they don't want church. I have to go and do my research that what is giving these people back up. Look at what the Constitution says. That's why I say we should thank Bola Ahmed Tinubu for some things that they are doing, for some amendments in that Constitution. Now, he said it that they should bring state policing. They still against it. Why? Because they know that if we have state police, we'll be able to control our environment, control our territory. But they don't want it. But they have Ishba. They can use their Islamic police. But they don't want other territory. Because once they know that we have a state police, we'll be able to control all our states. And they will carry ammunition. So if anybody is coming, they will be able to attack them accordingly because they are under states, not federal. That is why they against all these things. I want you to watch this video. I don't want to talk too much tonight. Watch this video and please make sure you share this video because the event that will lead to Nigeria breakup is happening already. I'm telling you, it's happening already. Look at the way they have been attacking Americans in the north. Look at the way it is happening gradually now. Event that will lead to Nigeria breakup is already happening now. Even the Northerners, they said it, that they are ready for breakup. Please help me like this video and share it and subscribe for more updates. This is Imminent TV. If I like the video, if I subscribe, so you can share. Imminent TV, you know, leleyi. E just sáré gbọ́ nǹkan kan tí Délé Fárótì mi sọ. Lórí ìgbà tí Nàìjíríà ó padà túká pátápátá, ẹ já gbọ́. If I like the video, if I share, if I subscribe, so you can
Now we are approaching the end. Is the end the revolution?
Look, whether Nigerians run away from it from now till kingdom come, the reality is that in the absence of a revolution, Nigeria will implode. It is inevitable. It's just a matter of time. When the rolling stone keep rolling, at some point it will come to a stop. Every rolling stone gathers more than stop. The Nigerian situation is unsustainable. The point of implosion or revolution is in front of us.
In front.
He's right there in front. We're almost there.
Almost
there. The last opportunity for a peaceful transition was in 2023 and is already lost. That's just the truth. The last opportunity for a peaceful transition of power was in 2023. It's lost.
But there was a peaceful transition
in power. No, that was what you saw was an hijack of power. The constitution was suspended in order to install the person in office today.
How do you mean?
Every rule that were meant to have been kept in the process leading up to the election, governing the election and the installation of the president, were observed more in breach than in observance. From INEC, which compromised the entire electoral process, sabotaged his own effort, to the courts, who ignored clear rules and relied on technicalities in order to install a person in office. They killed that lie of Decree 24 of 1999. They killed it finally.
But technicality is law.
You see, technicality is law, yes. But technicalities do not promote justice and it does not build countries.
Are you saying Bola Tinubu did not win the 2023 election?
I said that without any hesitation. He knows it.
Who won?
Yakubu knows it. You see, if I will answer that question, it will be subjective. And the subjective answer will be Peter Obi. I worked on that campaign and I know as a fact that he won the majority vote and the highest number of states. But you have a situation today, and that is the tragedy of Nigeria. I'm coming there. You have a situation today, and that's the actual tragedy of Nigeria, where INEC cannot tell you how it arrived at announcing Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president of Nigeria. It can't give you any result to back up his declaration. What I have said to you comes out of the situation room, the presidential election situation room, of which I was a part. We had reports that came in from different states. And I know enough to know that even though he didn't make enough to have won on the first ballot, he won more states than any other person. I think he won in a total of 21 or 22 states.
Obi?
Yes.
From your situation?
Yes. Even the PDPs, INEC doesn't have any portal to show you. Is it the portal where they are uploading all kind of madness? Or is it the ones where you can't even read the form EC88 that they have typexed and overwritten, all kind of... Even that script, WAEC will not collect that script from a student. That's what INEC is using, and it cannot even intelligently collate to say 2 plus 2, this is how we arrived at our 4. Election the result was being declared in the middle of the night, and then you heard the crooked Mahmoud saying without shame, go to court. When you hear a thief inviting you to go to court, you can be sure that his father or his co-accomplice is the one waiting for you in that court.
But you should be happy to go to court. That's why you are a lawyer.
Even in the years of my practice, and don't libel me, I'm not a lawyer. I left that ignoble profession when I turned 50.
No, you read law.
I read law.
You went to law school.
Yes.
And you resigned from practice.
Voluntarily, long before I even was called to the bar, I made clear that when I turned 50, I was leaving.
So you resigned from practice?
Completely.
So does that mean you're no longer a lawyer?
I am not a lawyer in practice. I read law. I have all the qualifications to be a lawyer. But today, as I speak with you, I do not have the right of audience in a court because I'm not licensed. I've not paid my practicing fee. I refuse to pay it. If I've not paid my practicing fee, how do I go in front of a judge and announce my appearance? Do you get it now? I read law. That I read Christian religious knowledge does not make me a pastor. I read law. I sleep in a garage. I don't become a car. So I read law and I practiced as a lawyer for a season. Without prejudice to the state of practice of law in Nigeria, because it didn't become like this overnight. It was like this before I became a lawyer. It just wasn't perhaps this endemic, but the madness was always here. So it's not like I'm saying that it's because things got bad that I now left the practice of law. As romantic as that would sound, it would be a lie. I had said to everybody's hearing since I was in the university that once I turned 50, I was going to go do something else with my life.
Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.